Okay, coming off a bye week, felt we had two really good weeks of preparation with our football team. I thought this team prepared, went into it with a lot of confidence, came up short, obviously disappointed in the outcome. Talked to the team afterwards, felt the team went in there with confidence, competed, and celebrated throughout the game. Just weren't able to celebrate when it was most important, and it was afterwards. But I told them after the game, if you continue to do that, the only thing will change will be in the win column, and that's what we did. We went back to work the next day and getting ready for this week.
Keeping the team in it, because obviously 0-4 is frustrating, but and to be in the games right there like that too. Frustrating not to walk away with that win, but just talk about keeping them focused and, hey, we're close, we're right there. We just need, that last fourth quarter to break our way right now.
Yeah, we got with them first thing Monday morning. And that's how we always get back to it and watch the film. Met with the captains at noon, and it was time to move on. But just being around the team, I mean, they're it was time to move on. We went into the weight room, we got done with our film, got into the weight room. It was time for the next opponent. But I had one of the players say something to me. Khalil Davis says, "You okay? You pick each other up, and pick each other up. That's what a family does." We got out to practice on Tuesday yesterday. Had a great practice. The morale's high. We got great leadership. This team's hungry. They're together, and they're going to continue to play that way.
There's just two questions from me. I'll start with one at a time. It looked like in that game, you guys definitely got the running game going more so than you had in the first 3 weeks of the season. A lot of push from the offensive line, a concerted effort to kind of go to that, as well as having Kate Chambers back there. It gives your first starting quarterback back there to kind of make that a threat in the air game too. What can you say about the push, that just kind of the execution to be able to run downhill for you guys?
You said it, Hunter. It was really good to see. It's going to start up front. Our offensive line did a great job. Our running backs really ran hard. Corbin Allen ran extremely hard. Ples Lawrence, it was great. We had a drive of 17 plays. And the best defense I've ever been a part of is the one that sits on the bench. And unfortunately, I've got to do a better job at times to help the offense with field position, and try to put them where they're not in a long field as much. Maybe it's a play call here. Maybe it's how we punt. Maybe it's how we kick off. So we're not always going long field. Unfortunately, that was the name of the first half. We were going in the long field. Our defense was going had their backs against the wall, but our defense kept us in it, and they kept fighting. And then our offense got going. They started driving the ball, but man, it was really great to see. Ples Lawrence rushed for over 200 yards. He may have rushed for over 300, and we still left a lot out there. And but really pleased with the progress that we had running football.
And whether it's Corbin in the backfield or Ples or Justin or T, is there at some point in a game like Saturday where you get some success running the ball? Do you go with kind of like a hot hand and they're going to make sure you get them the ball, or how do you kind of approach that in a game like that?
Yeah, no question. I heard Coach Bass say to Ples, strap it up, you're going to get it. But Corbin was getting them too. Kate Chambers said the same thing to Corbin Allen. You stay right in there, you're going to get your. And when he did, he was running forward. We had two really good backs that stepped up on Saturday, and they got their opportunity, and awfully proud of them. I thought the blocking was a lot better. But boy, did they run hard. And as you watch the film, you're seeing two backs having an unblocked guy in the hole and making a miss. I know as a defensive coach, what do you say? Make a tackle, right? Well, he's making a miss. We're doing some good things there up front. He's extending the plays by breaking tackles, or Corbin's breaking some tackles. Ples is doing the same. But really pleased with those two, and excited to get Justin back this week.
How important was it for Kay, we'll call him out, he's minus, to get that game reps last week and get back in the action? This is technically week 2 for him coming back, but how important was the reps last week for Kay? And I'll ask him the same thing too, to get back in the flow and adjust from him from last week to this week too.
Well, I don't think there's any mistake that Cade's our starting quarterback. That decision was made after last year's season. And he's taking this team as a leader. And he's been a leader not only this season, but all last year in the off season, and what he did, in the weight room, what he did throwing on their own. But having him back, brings that energy back, and that certainly helped. Cade has had limited reps. We got him back for 2 weeks. Just got better every week, right? And as the game went on, you saw him get more comfortable. He's going to be so much better this week than he was last week, and that's everybody. He hadn't played since last year. Got a lot of really good, did a lot of really good things on Saturday. He's going to be really good this week.
We know how good Justin is when he's fully healthy. How excited is he to kind of get out there and kind of reclaim his spot, watching, guys like Corbin and Ples do what they've done so far this year?
Well, as we had a plan with Cade, we had a plan with Justin. And the plan was, we have a phenomenal training staff. Kellen Norris does a great job. That was the plan all along. He's was to progress him back last week to where he would be full this week. But to answer your question, Marty, to have 3 backs going in this game, you got 3 really good backs that are very capable to carry the load.
And how excited are you to be back home? I mean,
Oh,
I know
gosh.
that, you don't mind playing on the road, but being a month away from your last game here at Memorial Stadium, it has to be a great feeling to be home again.
There's nothing like being at home. I told the team this, I love being on the road as well because it's just us, right? You get to spend some time with them. You're away, you're at a hotel, maybe you go to a movie, if you have a night game, what have you. But I enjoy that as well. But nothing's like being at home. Really excited to be part of a night game. We haven't had a night conference game in a long time, and it should be really exciting Saturday night.